want to miss any of the shows, hit that notification bell and you'll get a message every time we come on. Now, we got it from here, so sit back, relax, and stay tuned.
I know you do, because that's what I do. I give you that kind of love that makes you come back. I'm your pusher, baby. I'm your pusher.
Why do you make you pusher,
Hey, little black boy, let me holler at you for a minute. I was once in your place, you should respect what I say. Some of the things I'm about to tell you just may save your life in the world right now much is right. Little black boy, you're gonna see and experience all sorts of things, but don't let your mind be locked in the chain. All right. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Spitfire Poetry Shutdown. I am your host, John Hansboro. It is June 7th, 2023. I want to congratulate everyone that is graduating right now this week from pre-K to senior high school. You know, congratulations. And I hope you guys are starting a future off that you can really put your all into, because you got to work hard in this life to get anything that you want. I'm going to tell you straight up. All right. So listen, before we get started, I want to thank each and everybody who came out to the open mic Spitfire Poetry Shutdown on Saturday, June 3rd. I absolutely am appreciative of everyone that came. The turnout was incredible. The poets were incredible. One of the poets who stole the show we have on the show tonight, I want to introduce you all to Isaiah Haynes III. Isaiah Haynes III. What's going on, bro?
Oh, man. What's up, John? What's up? How you feeling, man?
Man, I can't complain. Like you, man, when before we started, we was just talking. Look, I've been on a high ever since Saturday, to be honest with you.
Me too.
You know what I mean? With all of y'all that performed and so much energy from each and everybody, like that is truly something that I needed, and it was right on time. I appreciate it. I appreciate each and everybody who came out, because we dealt with a little bit of cold at the end, and people just stuck it out and stayed until it was done. And I'm telling you, I appreciate it so much. I really do. Isaiah, how you been, man? Tell the people about you a little bit before we get started.
First and foremost, man, I'm great. I'm great. And I would like to, just give a big shout out to you, John, man.
Thank you.
You definitely play a big part into me, kind of bursting through the doors of poetry. And I really gotta give that to you and Miss Lady J. If it wasn't for her giving you and another person's platform, that was my first time performing poetry live in any shape or form, then I wouldn't be here doing what I'm doing now. So just big ups to you guys for real. But yeah, so my name is I'm Isaiah Haynes III. I'm a singer, songwriter, poet. I like to say I'm a spoken word artist, because at the end of the day it's an art form. And I've been doing this for I've been taking poetry seriously for about 3 years now. Around the time, the first time I did your show, that's when I really started taking it seriously. It really motivated me. But I've been writing poetry since maybe since I was like 16, maybe like 2016, 17. Yeah, and but now I'm here. Now some years have gone by. I'm older now, and I have a lot of perspective to give the world from a young black man, and yeah, that's kind of what I plan to do with my poetry.
So y'all heard him say poet. Not only is he a poet, but he's a singer, songwriter, and all of that. He definitely is a singer. I'm sure he'll show you guys some of that this evening. Poetry. But yeah, man, I appreciate you saying that, Isaiah. If it wasn't for this platform, I wouldn't be where I am right now either. The amount of followers and people that I'm able to reach every week for the last 2 years. I mean, it went by so quick. It don't even seem like it's been 2 years. You know what I mean? And I want to thank Lady J too, because what she does is not easy. It's not. And she's one of the only stations in this city who is giving people a chance and is giving people a voice. You know what I mean? This lady has given me a voice to put my brand out there. I'm able to touch poets everywhere, all over the world, and have them connect with each other without even having me there. Nothing to do with me. I made the connection, and that's it. You know what I mean? That's it. So I appreciate this platform. I really, really do. She didn't have to come out Saturday and cover my show, but she did. She was there. So I definitely appreciate her. So look, and also because of what you just said, that's what it's about. That's what I want to do, to help or inspire somebody else. You know what I mean? Because of this show is how I met you. Period. Right. You, Ava, Tarika Holland, so many different people, you know what I mean, that I've met and come across, Jams and Terrence J. Pope, a brother from Chicago. It's so many different people that I have been able to come in contact with and still stay in touch with. I can't thank her enough. So look, what we're going to do is show everybody why this platform is what it is, because we're going to let you go off and do some poetry tonight, bro. Right. You know how it is with me, no holds bar. However you want to bring it, you're going to bring it as art. All right, so whenever you're ready, let's rock and roll, bro.
All right, cool. Well, so speaking of the other night on Saturday, which was an amazing show. I had an amazing time.
Me too.
I want to do a piece that I did that night. and man, the crowd loved it. I had to even start from the beginning. I had to even restart, man.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
And this is that piece. It's called, this is an untitled love poem. I love seeing you smile. Look, I know it's been a while since our last conversation, but I love hearing your voice. And trust me, if I had the choice, you would be my ringtone. Phone will never be on D&D because I don't want to miss any chance that you might call. Look, I don't mean to stall and shit. You said say with your chest, so I'm going to be 100% honest. I really love your smile. Look, I know I haven't seen it in a while, so when you get off of work, make sure that you FaceTime me so I can make your day. I want to make you breakfast in bed, shit. I want to give you some head, then shit. You can go lay down, go back to sleep before I cook us up a dinner. I looked up to God and asked her, where did you find her for me? Good looking, my nigga, my guy, my God, my Lord, my heavenly provider for giving me a second chance after I thought I fumbled the bag. Shit, I thought you were my last because she was the best that I never had. She is the walking embodiment of God. Damn. The music that plays whenever her hip sways is my favorite song. She's shaped like, now hold on, guys. Maybe we should all just get along. She always gets the trick. And whenever she's out of town, man, I get homesick. Wait, no. You know what you look like? You look like my future wife. Oh, you fancy, huh? Then let me be your Jamie King and I will sing my vows to you, permanently printing our love into history. You and I are equally yoked. Dearly beloved. I'm not good with emotions, so I'll probably throw in a joke. Something like knock, knock. Who's there? My who, my love. And there's not a name to a face, but this has to be what love is, because you have me writing poetry. These butterflies are flowing like flowetry. So all that's left to do is for me to get down on bended knee, and all you got to do is say yes. And if this was any other time, man, I probably would have ran. But you're the only one that could break me down to the point to where I'm only pieces of a man. Now, was this all a part of your plan? Because being inside of your embrace feels like home. It feels like, excuse me, officer, what did my husband do for this harassment? It feels like, call me when you get home so I know that you're safe. It feels like, did you eat today? It feels like you've been on my mind. You've been in my prayers. Let's stay together. Let's pray together. You remind me of a girl that I once knew. But I've only met her in my dreams. That's my piece.
Bro, let me tell you. Okay, so first of all, the brother he had to do this poem like two times Saturday, because of the crowd participation that was so intense. We had to have him run it back. The ladies absolutely loved it. All right. I mean, it was really good, and it caught a lot of people off, especially when you started to sing. What inspired that poem? Like, what was it about that? Oh, and I also want to share. At the end of the show, someone wanted to throw underwear at him, but they didn't have it. Like, I still can't believe she said that. I'm like, okay. You know what I mean? The brother had women ready to throw underwear at him at an open mic poetry event.
That was amazing.
So, bro, what inspired that though, man?
What inspired this piece? Honestly, I was just thinking about that type of stuff. Like, you know, one thing for me is like we had a conversation after the show, and even though I'm young, I know that I'm a husband. I don't see myself being anything other than that. First and foremost, you know, I'm big on not wanting to, like, I don't want to be nobody's baby father. I want to be the husband. I want to be, and I'm going to be my kid's father. Like, now I'm not going to be no one baby father, none of that. And so for me I was talking to my future wife, like whoever she is, you know, she might be listening right now. You never know. But just in case she's listening, these are the words that I have for her. And yeah, you know, that's kind of what came from that.
Your respect for women is really incredible to me, because you express it in a lot of your poems that I've heard. What does it mean to you? You know what I mean? To be able, you have brothers and sisters, right?
Yeah, I have an older sister, and I have some step siblings as well.
Okay, what does it mean to you to have to well, not to have to, but to be the one who's the protector in your household and your family of whoever's there, your mom, your sisters, your brothers? Like, how important is that to you as a young man?
Oh man, it's the most important thing. It's the most important thing. Whether I'm not sure if they know that, but I mean, maybe now that we're a little older, you know, whenever we gone through so much, especially when I was younger and I was powerless because I was just a child. So now, as an adult, even young adult or not, I'm, you know, now that I'm not as much so as powerless as I was when I was a complete child. I feel like that I should make it my duty to protect. You know, like I grew up with, like, even though I don't have much siblings, like I grew up with me and my cousins, or all my first cousins. We grew up basically as siblings. Like all of my uncle's kids, God rest his soul. Like he has 4 daughters. All of them, like I love them to death. Like they're my sisters. My aunt, who God rest her soul. I have an older cousin. He's in the military right now. He has a little sister and everything. And then my mom and us too. Then she has 2 other siblings that have kids. I mean, all of us, we grew up together, towards my early teenage years, that started to dissipate a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
So I do thoroughly miss that, what we used to have, like when I was really young, but still that strength and love still hasn't gone anywhere for me. For me, that makes me want to be able to be that type of protector even more. So, because now I know I can't be there for them all the time. And everybody's older now. Everybody's moved, spread out and stuff like that. Like most of us not even in the same state anymore. So I can't even be there for them physically like I would like. So that is one of the biggest things for me. Like even if they know that or not, like, but that is one of the biggest things for me, is to be able to protect and provide for my family. And I know I can't do much of the providing just yet, so I will. So right now, I put all my energy all the energy that I have that's not into my poetry, I'm gonna put into protecting them. However I can.
You said something, bro, with the powerless. When you felt powerless when you were younger, how is that when poetry came to you? Like, how long have you been interested in putting words on paper and expressing yourself through poetry and in song too?
Not more so poetry, but writing and putting my words into paper. Yes. I started writing songs when I was in like the 4th or 5th grade. So like it's always kind of been there. But with the feeling powerless and stuff, because I couldn't physically do anything.
Right.
So I had to learn how to use my words and everything. And so, like I had to be the one, even outside of the home, like at school and stuff like that. I would always try to use my words before I had to use my fists. Most of the time it wouldn't work, but that was a major thing for me, was to use my words. And I mean, even now, like I before I have to use my fists, I do use my words first, so yeah, like, it's kind of always been there. It's been a way to, if to be honest, I found words being more of a catalyst to move people's emotions.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like finding other ways in order to do that. That right there is kind of what it is for me, and it's been like that maybe since. So like I said, since I'm my junior year of high school, since like 16, because that's when, around that time, I felt the most powerless.
Mm-hmm.
Because I wrote my first poem talking about racial or racial things. And as a young Black man, especially around that time when I first started, it was like the riots and stuff because of the Freddie Gray stuff and everything. So I was real powerless. It wasn't even a feeling. It was facts. It was an actual thing. Like I was powerless because it didn't matter what I said. Especially me, I've always been bigger for my age. So I'm 16, but I look like a grown man. So if I get too rowdy in any type of way, then that's my life.
Exactly. Exactly.
Every time I choose to speak out against what was going on, my life was on the line, and especially then. So that's just like these words that I use. It's just a way to move people without having people feel threatened by me.
That's very interesting, Isaiah, what you said, because I remember as a child growing up, I have a shout out to my brother, Victor Hansboro. I have a brother he's the youngest, but he is bigger than me. Like my brother is at least 6'2", you know what I mean? Very big guy. And my father used to always tell him, you know what I mean? You're a big guy, so you got to be careful, especially when we were coming up in our 20s and 30s, of how you interact with people sometimes, or even police officers, really. We were in a situation one time where some police officers felt like they was threatened when it was more of them than it is of us. You know what I mean? Like it was really ridiculous. And if we didn't have my dad to have that instilled in us back then when we were in our 20s. We may have gotten into some shit where they would have killed both of us. You know what I mean? So that's very important, man. And I'm glad that you noticed that. I really am. Look, man, let's go into some more poetry, yo. Whatever else you want to do, let's go right on ahead and share.
All right, cool. I really like talking about love. Like, I started out writing about social justice, so I always say I'm a tandem love and social justice poet. But I've been trying to dabble into other things. But right now, I'm still kind of. I just love the explaining to women the love that I have for them, and so this way, I'm gonna do a piece. This is called Photograph, and I'm still talking to my future wife.
You said it's called what again?
It's called Photograph.
Photograph. Okay.
Yeah. It's basically like a cover off of the song by J. Cole, which is one of my songs off his KOD album. So yeah, let me get into that. Okay. Once again, this piece is called Photograph.
Gotcha.
Fell in love through photograph. I don't even know your name. Wonder if you follow back. I hope to see you one day. I won't show my niggas now. I'll keep this one for myself. Love to gaze gone digital, and it's messing with my health. Now, I met you on Tinder. I usually don't use these dating sites, but one night I was bored and I came across a profile of a woman that could have only been constructed by God. I was like, damn, you're so fine. I mean, damn, this must have been divine, because when I say I usually don't do this sort of thing, I'm not being facetious. You wasn't my first swipe, but you was my first like. Got me feeling like a construction worker ready to come and lay down this pipe. Now, once again, I'm not usually this tight, but
I think you muted, bro. He went out. I'm sure he'll be back. It must be the internet or something is acting up. Man, listen. This brother right here is, to me, he's like so far beyond his years. It's incredible. It really is. His maturity, like, is just through the roof, and his mentality, the way he looks at things. I talk to this brother sometimes, and it's like he's just he really blows me away with I would say his humbleness, really. You know, he's a very, very humble young man. And I love that he incorporates music in with his poetry. I think that's a niche for him right there. I really do. I really believe that's a niche for him. So listen, while he's coming back, I'm sure Lady J is trying to get him back on right now as we speak. Like I said before, thank you for this platform. This is being brought to you by Lady J Media, Butterfly Entertainment. Make sure you go to YouTube and subscribe to the What Up Baltimore YouTube TV page. Subscribe, share, do all of that good stuff. All right. Also follow Isaiah Haynes on Instagram and Facebook as well. He has a show that he does on Tuesdays at 8:00. All right, on Twitter. It's the Prolific Poetry Collective. The Prolific Poetry Collective presents Sessions Tuesdays, 8:00 p.m. Eastern on Twitter. All right, you want to log on and see if you can check that out whenever you can on Tuesday nights, right? Tuesdays, yes. So also, again, I want to thank everybody for coming out Saturday. I really appreciate you guys. So I'm going to go into some poetry myself, but this is what we do here. There is no downtime. You know what I mean? Poetry is my therapy. Poetry is my therapy. You see, it gets me through so much shit. Like now, when I put pen to paper, it gets me through so much shit. pushing and pressing my pen. The ink is insulin. 6 units before breakfast. I count my carbs. I can't be reckless. I maintain a decent sugar level because if my shit drop, it could be detrimental. But poetry is my therapy. Back and forth to the dispensary. I need the right strain. What do you got for inflammation and pain? Terpene, limonene, and I don't know what the hell you mean. I need that indica hybrid sativa. I need it. That marries a cheetah because everybody see it. Poetry. That's my therapy. Sometimes I press every day, giving up's not an option. A devil's going down today. You know me and that nigga, we stay boxing. You see, he got me on the ropes. But I'm guard body Ali. I hit him with the rope-a-dope. The champ is here. The champ is here. And I fight every ounce of fear. I just do it like Nike, the goddess of victory. You know he's in here. Poetry, that's my therapy. Sometimes that shit keep me up at night. It's the little light in mine that keeps me up writing the one last line. I need it like the air I breathe. If I didn't have it, tell me where would I be? I could have been serving a 1 to 3. My wife and kids could have buried me, but poetry is my therapy. It is truly my therapy. I think I left a line out too, because I'm sharing something at the same time. I think I left a line out where I say something therapeutic happens when I go to create. It's just something about putting the right word with the right line to make them both come together like you and your partner at the very same time. 2 souls sharing the same vibe. Poetry is my therapy. It is definitely my therapy. I want to thank all of the poets that showed up too Saturday. I want to give a shout out to the free ministry. Shout out to Kern Hill and everybody over there in the free ministry. Miss Cedar, Mr. Richardson. I mean, it's so many of y'all. I know I'm gonna forget somebody. I'm gonna just say the free ministry. You know who you are, and I appreciate you guys for supporting me and being there on Saturday, because you all didn't have to come out either, and you chose to come out and spend time with me, and I appreciate it because we had a good time. We really had a good time. So look, let's share something else really quick. So one of my favorites and my first poem that I probably really it's the first poem that I shared. It's the first poem that I shared ever. I shared this poem one day in my car when I was sitting outside of social services at the time. I was in a new place. I didn't know how the hell I got there. I was dealing with health issues. I was dealing with health issues with myself and my wife at the same time, basically. And I came home from church one day and wrote this poem. And then one day, maybe a week later, I went to social services. And before I went into the building, I shared this poem. I was so frustrated because I never dealt with social services before. So that calmed me. Oh, I'm going to share that later. My man is back. Isaiah, what's up, bro? I see you.
Oh, man, what's up? My apologies for that. Can you see me?
Oh, it's all good. Put it just a little bit higher so we can see you, and we good. There you go. Perfect. Yeah, it's all good, man. Things happen, bro. So look, let's go ahead with that one poem you was just doing. You can run that back from the beginning, and we can just go from there, bro.
All right, cool. Well, first and foremost, my apologies. My computer stopped allowing me to use the camera. But hey, that's why I always got a notebook. Let me just do this, fix that a little bit more. All right, can you see me?
Perfect. Yeah.
Right, cool. Yeah. Once again, this piece is called Photograph.
Okay.
Fell in love through photograph. I don't even know your name. Wonder if you follow back. I hope to see you one day. I won't show my niggas now. I'll keep this one for myself. Love today's gone digital, and it's messing with my health. I met you on Tinder. Now I usually don't use these dating sites, but one night I was bored and I came across a profile of a woman that could have only been constructed by God. I was like, damn, you're so fine. I mean, damn, this must have been divine, because when I say I usually don't do this sort of thing, I am not being facetious. Now, you wasn't my first swipe, but you was my first like. Got me feeling like a construction worker ready to come and lay down this pipe. Now, once again, I'm not usually this type, but there's something about you that brings me out of my comfort zone. Now, call me when you're alone so I can hear the tone of your voice when you say that you want me. See, we fell in love through the photograph. And this type of thing normally doesn't happen to me, yo. Was this divine intervention, or were you just digging my stilo? Now, I used to be so sick of love songs. But now I'm singing sexy love like Neo. Question: where do we go from here? Show me your love and I will give you the world, the sun, the moon, and everything in between. Can we just relax, roll some trees, feel the breeze, and listen to a symphony and just simply be? Now, let's just take a long walk. Because, see, I fell in love through the photograph, and look, I don't even know your name. So I will call you Love. Hey, Love. How you doing? Now, see, you reply, I'm fine, and look, yes, you are fine. Shit, I think you mastered the art sublime. You must be magic because you can turn water to wine. Now, I'm not trying to be blasphemous, but if someone as amazing as you can walk this earth, there must be a second coming. Proverbs chapter 18, verse 22. He who findeth a wife findeth a good thing and obtaineth favor from the Lord. Look, the favor and blessing from the Lord was simply finding you, for I have found my rib. I have found the missing link to whom I'm truly meant to be. And if there was a day that I had to continue my life without the blessing of having you, my dearest love, I could never truly be whole. Look, now I don't think I'm built for this shit, but practice makes perfect, so I will make sure I make time for. Wait, hold up. What was your name again? Oh yeah, that's right. I apologize. Love. Now, how could I forget such a wonderful epithet? I'm just mesmerized by your silhouette, admiring the way that God sculpted you. I want to cry, and I ain't even trying to fight it. No longer will I be victim to the underlying pressure of stability of as a man that I have no control over. Don't want to die. Look, I don't want to die no more. There's no need to worry, so just hold on, because I'm coming home. And when I return to my safe haven, let's lay out underneath the velvet cloak of the night sky, gazing at the stars in the heavens as I tell you all the things that I never mentioned, breaking down all of my walls and insecurities. Look, is this how love is supposed to be? Look, I don't know, but I can say that it feels good for sure. And are these feelings real or programmed? Am I supposed to feel these fluttering, stumbling, bubbling butterflies? Someone let me know, because out of all things, when it comes to love, I'm not that smart. Can you just show me the way to surrender my heart? Because I've been lost. Look, and I just don't want you to carry the burden of teaching me how to love. So in return, I can teach you how to dance. In the middle of the floor, we stand, hand in hand, holding you in my arms, silently singing my woes to you. Now, I'm not much of a talker, so I hope you understand. I'd much rather prove my sentiments with my actions. Hold still. You're perfect. Now, someone take a picture so I can fall in love all over again. That's my piece.
Yeah, brother. I love it. I want to thank the people who are watching right now. Miss Selena, author Selena Polk.
Yes.
Thank you for watching. I appreciate you. Man, listen, bro. I'm telling you, man.
And shout out to my collective, man, the Prolific Poetry Collective. I know they watching. Y'all amazing, man. Just shout out to y'all too.
Man, what has changed since you started poetry, you think, in your life, though? Like, what has changed? What feels different now that didn't feel like this before you even started?
one thing I will say is I'm more in tune with myself.
Mm.
I'm more willing to speak on things. That's one thing. Like, I've always been quiet about my emotions. I've always been the type of dude, and most men are like this, where we hold everything in.
Yep.
Um,
Yep.
and I still do that from time to time, but now it's to a point that if something is needed to be said, I'm more willing to say it, other than just keeping my mouth shut.
Mm-hmm.
And that's one of the biggest things that's changed since I've been doing poetry.
You mean like far as expressing yourself, or like expressing certain feelings and things like that?
In every aspect, because I mean, even like sometimes, especially as a man, like there might be situations and stuff like that to where you might be like have to check somebody, one of your friends, something like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
And before I would just be like, all right, it is what it is. But now I'm like, nah, hey, we don't do that over here. Like, I'm more willing to speak up, not only for myself but for other people, and and without having to resolve to using my hands.
Right. Absolutely.
Before I would just like, there's no talking for me. Like,
Mm-hmm.
there's no need to talk because most of the time nobody's gonna listen anyway.
Mm-hmm.
But now I'm more willing to get ignored. But as long as I still get it out, it's okay. It's okay to me.
I love it, bro. Look, man, let's share something else because I'm not gonna keep talking. The ladies want to listen to you, not me right now, bro. So
All right, cool.
whatever else you want to
I'm
spit.
about to go into my other notebook right here. So this is actually one of my favorite pieces right here. Oh, you know what? No, I'm gonna do this because I told you that I would. And I'm going to get a little grown for you today.
Okay, all right.
That's all right. This
That's all
piece is
right.
called, and this is actually one of my favorite pieces too. This is to me like I started entering a different type of realm when I wrote this.
Before you get started, let's let the people know. Put the children in the bed, or they're not going to bed this damn early. Put them in the next room, whatever, because we about to go in. We about to go
Yeah,
in.
do something. This piece is called "Hello Ecstasy." My name is. There she is, the most beautiful woman I've ever seen. Something out of a magazine, and her name is Ecstasy. What a euphoric sensation, distillation of deep diving into your extremities, giving me the highest levels of dopamine. Look, I don't mean to act out of character, but you have me addicted. My doctor wants to put me on restrictions. He said, you too dangerous to take on my prescriptions. Look, I think I might be falling in love, might just add you to my mentions. And when my friends ask me about you, I try to give them a proper description, and hopefully your beautiful face is what they're depicting. Though I can't tell them your name, you have already gained a lot of fame. Some might call you critically acclaimed. You are more than just a fad. And if I keep this up, should I know I need rehab? To be or not to be? That is the question. Stay with you and get sober. Stay with you or get sober. Damn this multiple choice selection. Now you're the best thing that I never knew I needed. I think I like overdosing. Look, your body got me open, and that is something that is hard to do. Look, I don't want anyone else but you. Got me in this sunken place. Come here. Sit on my face. To the bed we gon' race. Let me prepare your throne. Ready to warm towels and turn off your phone, because it's time to get to work. Go ahead, move them hips and twerk. Now don't worry about me. I promise I'm not like these other niggas. I'm not weak. Shit, I like to eat. Look, I don't do this for you. I do this for me. French kissing your real estate. One thing I can guarantee is I always clean off my plate. So please don't make me wait. Put your back into it. Let me write you a poem with my tongue, and I'll make sure to put punctuation in my conclusion. Now I love it when you cook. Now I love it when you look back at me. I'm not one for breaks. So shall we proceed? You then finally turn around and you say hi. Ecstasy. I looked up at you just to realize that this was nothing more than a daydream, so it seems. So the most important thing to do now is reach out my hand and say, hello, ecstasy. My name is Zay. That's my piece.
I love it, bro. I love it. So that's your. So have you ever written anything that's erotic like that before? Because that's a thing now too. I didn't even know until about I guess last year sometime. Definitely last year. I was on Clubhouse, and one female came on in the room and did this erotic poem and was talking about erotic poetry and did an erotic poem. And bro, my mouth was wide open listening. I was like, oh, like she it's crazy. Was that your first time writing something like that?
Nah, that's like my fourth or fifth erotic poem. But that's the first time when I did it in a way like that.
Mm-hmm.
That's when I really started learning that erotica is more than just sex. There's a feeling in it. Because you see, I didn't even start talking about sex until the middle.
Mm-hmm.
And that's for a reason. Like it's way more than just the physicality to it. Like yes, that is a part of it, but something that I'm learning is that it's way more. It's way more than that. It's about connection. It's about the feeling between the two of you, and that's something that I started learning around the time I wrote that piece.
It's about the connection, huh?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Man, look, let's share something else, bro. Whenever you're ready, go right in, man.
All right, cool. Actually, yeah. So I know I'm a stray away from my usual. I'm a stray away from what I've done before. This right here, this is actually surprisingly like one of my favorite pieces to do. I think it shows my range, and it really shows. I think this piece truly does show my growth as a poet.
Mm-hmm.
This piece is called Mr. Lonely. Basically covering the song by Bobby Vinton. I know everybody knows the Akon song, but when I wrote this, I strictly was listening to the record that Akon sampled for it.
Mm-hmm.
And it's called Mr. Lonely by Bobby Vinton. Yeah, so this is Mr. Lonely. Lonely, I'm Mr. Lonely. I have nobody for my own. I am so lonely, Mr. Lonely. Wish I had someone to call on the phone. I am so lonely. Call me Mr. Lonely. For that is the only time that my phone would ring. I am the king of isolation, but with the deprivation and need of your love, you have left me famished and damaged from your sight. I've never been heartbroken, but have you ever gotten $1 stuck in a vending machine? Have you ever stepped on a thumbtack or on a crack and broke your own back? Yeah. And that's how this shit feels. With you, I wanted to ride in the coupe with our hands out the sunroof. Just let your hands loose and hold on to mine. Now you remind me of the South Side. We're on the same corner. You get some sneakers, earrings, and Italian nights. Ain't that nice? Well, it used to be. But now you are gone. Derry Vaughn, where did it go wrong? Have you listened to the radio lately? Have you heard my song? If so, did you like my song about you? Now, if I were to die today, don't warn me. If I want to be surprised because of my relationship with God, I'm prepared. But still, I wonder, would you cry? Would you care? If I turn my back to your bad decisions, would you stab me in it? Once more before I already ignored your portrayal. Oh, Yvonne, tell me, how has it failed, Yvonne? Have I been forgotten? Yeah, forgotten. Even so, I still reminisce about you. I can still see the scenes and these wet dreams I used to have with you in mind. Look, I wanted to feel close for you and make you feel good, but still with the fact that it didn't work out for some reason. You got me up all night due to your power trip. Here I sit alone to drink this 90 proof shit. Now tell me, would you believe me if I said that I was in love? Now I ask because I'm not sure if I would believe myself. I once was your favorite book to read, but now you put me on the shelf, and I heard through the grapevine. Apparently, I simply wasn't good enough. So now I sit alone in this home, pondering how this lonely man should move on. Look, I can't explain this feeling. I've been having doubts about what's real, and I just want you to call me and tell me that you're mine. I asked the Lord to please leave me a sign, and while He's busy, I will leave this note for you. A note to you, Yvonne. It's me, formerly known as Mr. Lonely. I'm Mr. Lonely. Now I have no one to call my own. Because of you. Oh.
I love it, bro. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Oh man, you yeah, bro. I know the ladies love it. I seen it firsthand. You know, I'm serious, brother. I seen it firsthand Saturday. Any ladies that's watching right now, I can imagine how they feeling right now if they was listening to exactly what you were saying. But I love it, bro. Your maturity, man. I was saying when you were cut off earlier, your level of maturity and able to see stuff the way you do at your age is incredible to me, bro. It is. How did you get so mature? Like how did you, because you ever heard the saying, the old soul type of thing? Some people have an old soul or whatever. You know,
I hear that all the time. Like,
yeah. How did that come about for you?
And be like, I'm a grandpa.
How did that come about for you though? How do you think that is?
Well, honestly, man, I'm a student of the game. Just like how me and you have come to grow a bond with each other.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it feels like a brotherhood. It's no different from what I used to do when I was younger. I always gravitated to older people. You're over 20 years older than me, but yet it still feels like a brotherhood.
Mm-hmm.
And I've always been willing to take heed to what everybody older than me was saying, whether or not it was wrong or right. I would still take heed because at the end of the day, there's a lesson in there somewhere. I was always hanging out, like even in middle school, I was hanging out with the high schoolers, and now I'm hanging out with 50-year-old men. Like, you know, like whenever I talk, like I top it up with 40, 50-year-old men,
right,
and stuff like that. You know, but honestly, I really am just a student of the game, man. I just sit and I absorb and I watch everything. I don't say much. I never really was a talker. I don't like to say much unless something is needed to be said. So if you do see me talking a lot, just sit back and listen because there's something in there. But yeah, man, I never really been much of a talker. I sit back and I watch and I absorb, and that's pretty much what comes from that.
You definitely talk through your poetry, Isaiah, especially to these ladies out here. You definitely speak through your poetry with your pen, man. Talk to me about the collective really quick before we get out of here too.
Okay, cool.
Shout out to Shakira Adams for watching. Thank you.
Yeah, that's my older cousin right there. Me too. Yeah, that's my older cousin right there. I love y'all. Oh man, and there's my auntie right there. Hey, I love y'all.
Absolutely. Thank you for watching, Miss Adams, Keisha Adams. Thank you for watching. Your nephew's a serious young man.
So much. Like,
yeah, talk to me about
those are some of the. All right, cool. My collective. I'm a part of a collective. We are called the Prolific Poetry Collective. With me, I am your man, Isaiah Haynes, aka the Prince of Poetry, aka the Man of All Hours. And we also have our de facto leader. His name is Power the Great, aka Mayhem. We also have our wonderful vice president and host of our platform called Sessions on the Twitter Spaces every Tuesday at 8 p.m. Grandma Twan. She's an amazing erotic poet, but she's more than that. To me, she's more than just an erotic poet. She's an amazing writer. You know, she really holds us down. You know, we call her Grandma Twan, aka Madam Nasty. You feel me? Then we have my prolific brother King Sean Welch, aka Red. Man, he's the king. He's the king of petty. Like to quote Grandma Twan, he's the king of petty. He's an amazing poet. He's an amazing poet. Then we have what I like to call her our friendly neighborhood love poet, Poetic Glory, aka Aisha. She's an amazing love poet. You know, she really focused on love, vulnerability, and me being a love poet as well. I love chopping it up with her. She's just an amazing individual as well. Then last but definitely certainly not least, we have the amazing Indigo Yard. She's not only a poet, but she's a singer, she's a rapper, she's a writer, she's everything. She was actually runner up, I believe, on season 14 of America's Got Talent with the Detroit youth choir. And and that's us. That's our collective. And we on Tuesdays we have a platform called Sessions. It's an open mic every Tuesday at 8 p.m. Yeah, it was like we doing it big. We trying to do some big things. Just trying to show love and move the world with our words. And I did up to this point. I finally understand what they mean by you can't do it on your own.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Because I have done.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
That means.
Yeah, I definitely feel you on that. And along the way in this journey for me with poetry, I met so many amazing people like yourself, and so many of them that came out and supported me Saturday. Many more, you know what I mean, that couldn't even make it that supports me as well. And I love it. It's definitely a family type of thing. You can go just about anywhere and go into a room if it's an open mic and you're a poet or a spoken word artist, you're gonna feel at home. You know what I mean? You're definitely gonna feel at home. Isaiah, thank you for coming on, man. You definitely know you got to come back on here. You're a regular. You know, you're definitely a regular on my show.
If we have enough time, can I close out with one more piece?
Yeah, real quick. Go right ahead.
All right, cool. This is one of my favorite pieces. This piece is called This piece is actually called Lady in My Heart. And this is my love letter to all the black women. So here you go to you. I have admired you from afar for a while now. You have stayed in my line of sight for some time, never really noticing my presence, although we talk almost every day. I am addicted to the godly essence that is within your soul. Sweet as honey, smooth as silk. Oh, how I love your brown skin, the way I can't tell where I end and where you begin with you. There are no losses, there are only wins. Can I get some of your brown sugar? Lady in mahogany, oh so lovely, bubbly. See you are the subject that comes to mind whenever I pick up my pen. You are a queen, and as I am a king, I shall follow. You fill my heart that I thought would forever be hollow, and it feels so right inside. This passion I can no longer hide because I know. Yes, I know that this is real. So tell me, lady in mahogany, will you hear my song for you? That this is the same way that you feel. Your body is a canvas. And although I am not formally trained, call out my name as I hit your body with these long brush strokes. Shade but a baby. Your beauty is not only skin deep, but I'm also in love with your mind. Truly, lady in mahogany, you are one of a kind. And your features are so defined. Lady in mahogany, oh so lovely. Lady in mahogany. Oh, so beautiful. Lady in mahogany. Stunning, sun-kissed child. Lady in mahogany. Oh, so perfect. Lady in mahogany. Oh, so wonderful. And she is my lady in mahogany. That's my piece.
Y'all heard it here, Lady in Mahogany. Y'all need to follow my little brother Isaiah Haynes, man, on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. Follow what he's doing. Check him out. I know he's got some. You got to have a book coming soon. You have to.
Yes.
You
So
have
let
to.
me get into that. So October 18th, man, y'all on Amazon, y'all keep a lookout. Just keep looking every time. Closer it gets to October. Okay, cool. Put it in your calendars, everything. October 18th, I'm coming up with my very, very first book. It is a poetry collection, and it is called Off of My Soapbox. That's going to be my very, very first project. I'm excited. I'm very excited. I never thought I would ever write a book, but here I am now. You know, God. One thing I know that everybody's excited about me, but this is God. This is God's gift. He just gave it to me for the time being while I'm here. So I'm let me utilize it to my best ability. But yeah, so y'all go ahead, mark our calendars. October 18th. I will be dropping my first project off of my soapbox. You guys can follow me at on Instagram at ZA2Ys425. Once again, at ZA2Ys425. And don't forget, follow me on Twitter too at all caps I am _ Z 2 A's 2 Y's. Once again, all caps at I am Z 2 A's 2 Y's. Also follow my collective on Instagram, prolific _ poetry _ collective. Once again, prolific _ poetry _ collective on Instagram and on Twitter. We finally have an account. It's prolific poetry C at prolific poetry C. Please follow us. Make sure, because man, we got a lot coming up. We got a lot going on. Multiple books, not just for me, but from everybody in my collective, and y'all really don't want to miss out with that.
Absolutely, bro. I appreciate you for coming on, Isaiah. Man, you be safe out here. Stay vigilant. Any poets out there watching that need to come on and you want to express yourself, please hit me up on Instagram, Facebook. Go to What Up Baltimore TV. Get in touch with Lady J. Whatever you need to do to come on the show. I want you to come on and express yourself because I know there's so many dope poets out there. I want to thank everybody for watching. Make sure you check me out next week. Isaiah, bro, love you, man. I appreciate you. You be safe out here, bro.
Yes, you guys too, man. You too. Thank you for having me again.
Absolutely. I'll see you soon. If you want to be blessed, you must bless somebody else. All right, y'all have a good night. Yeah. I'll see you soon, bro.
Just wanted to let you know that the host of this show appreciates the time that you've spent with them. Now, don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe to our channel so you can keep up with everything that we're doing. And most of all, thank you for tuning in to What Up Baltimore online radio, where the people have